to do a really cool overview video on the new Griots Garage G9 polisher. Now, you guys go on my channel, you follow me, you know I do some testing of polishers on my channel, but I don't do a lot of them because I test a lot of polishers behind the scenes, and a lot of them either suck, they're not that really innovative, and I don't really think they're that good. So for me, it's not really worth my time to shoot a video and share it with my audience, because there's a couple of things that I like to show you guys. It's usually the build quality, ergonomic, function, and value, and this tool is absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to break it down and show you all the little steps and features, and we're going to do a quick demonstration for you today. So let me just get the camera and I'll show you some of the innovative things about the new G9, and we're going to also compare it to the Boss G15 as well. So, all right guys, so I got the new Griots Garage handbook here, and on the cover, one of my favorite Ferraris, 1984 512 BBI, and of course they're, you know, highlighting a very special car with a very special new machine that they came out with. And it's pretty cool. If you guys are not a Griots customer, I suggest you get on their mailing list and get some of their catalogs, because they're really, really awesome. But what's really cool is that they go through several steps of their polishes from the inception of Griots Garage in 1990. They started selling a Metabo. Metabo is a German power tool company. I have some Metabo tools as well. Then from the Metabo in 92, they went to the Porter Cable in 94. Everybody knows about the Porter Cable. It's like the entry-level tool for a number of years. I never liked this tool. This pretty much was just a right-angle grinder that was adapted with a counterbalance to become a dual-action polisher. Never liked the vibration, never liked the noise. I never owned one. Then Griots came out with the next step up in 2006, the Griots Garage Generation 1. Then in 2008, they came out with the Generation 2. And then 2012, the Generation 3, which has been sold in the catalog up until recently. And now 2019, the Generation 9. So we're going to just see a couple of innovative features here. So I'm just going to read them to you. It's got 1,000 watts of power. RPM range between 2,000 to 6,400. That's the oscillations. You got a variable speed trigger dial on both ends, so you could control it from whether you're a lefty or a righty. Built-in cooling screens, easy access for the brush port, and this is really cool. It's one of my favorite things about the tool is this here, the way this is molded with finger grips at the front snout so you can control it. Also has a fan-cooled counterbalance section, which is patent pending. There's a lot of really cool things about this. Also, one of the most famous things about this machine, the vents that are on the snout are designed by a 1964 275 GTS Guilds, okay? That's what's really cool about Griots Garage. I mean, the owner, everybody there, they collect cars. These guys are so passionate, and to take Ferrari design cues and throw it into your new machine, I mean, that's just something special. And I just get so excited when I saw this in the catalog. I was like, I got to order one up immediately. So the first thing you'll notice, I got the tool in my hand, is the sheer size of it. I had no idea that this was going to be much smaller than like a typical G15 or G21 or any of the other units that I have, but it's a lot smaller footprint, it's a lot lighter. So I'm actually going to grab my G15, we're going to put them on the table side by side, and I'll show you. All right, guys, so on the left is the Griots Boss G15, on the right is the new G9 dual action polisher. You could see just by the overall length, this one's definitely shorter. There's also a pretty substantial weight difference. I'll show you here. I could hold this in one hand, but this sucker's pretty heavy. The G9, I could throw this with one hand. And that's something that I always, you know, really desired in polishing tools. I have a lot of equipment, well over $11,000 in polishing equipment, not just, you know, for cars, but a lot of solid surface and metal finishing tools, a lot of specialty tools. But I always liked tools that were smaller in size, less vibration, smoother running, and just more well thought out of in the terms of the design execution of it. And the G9 is unbelievable. And this is considered an entry-level tool, and I'm going to tell you right now, I am so glad that I got it, because I'm going to start using this a hell of a lot more. I have about 4 hours on the tool so far, and there's just so many cool things about it that I'm going to talk about today. And I'm going to do a quick demonstration on the trunk of my car, because I'm testing out another product, so I want to strip off the wax and sealant that's on it, just for the new application of a new product that I'm testing as well. So, and this is coming in at 6 pounds 11 ounces for the G15. So we're going to put that to the side. Now, the new G9 comes in at 5 pounds exactly. Okay, so there's almost a 2-pound weight differential between this new machine and any of the professional machines that are on the market, whether it's a 15 or a 21 rotational orbit. Now you have to understand too, this is designated G9 because it's got a 9mm orbit. The other machines in the market are considered pro grade. They have a 15 and a 21. The longer to throw, the more aggressive action you get, and that's just what it is. A couple of other things here I want to talk about is the detachable power cord. I have tools by a company called Mirka. I have a Ceros and a Deros DA sander, very, very expensive, and they have the exact same power cord. So besides it having a detachable power cord, that's just great when you want to put the tool away, but it's just the shape. When you hold this in your hand, it's the ergonomic of the grip here. Everything's encapsulated in rubber. It's got the built-in tool rest here and here. It's got the front platypus grip with the Griots Garage cars embossed in there. But one of the coolest features, like I mentioned, is this front snout area. Very similar with a taller neck, similar to the Rupes Mille, but this one's smaller. It's got Ferrari-inspired gills in the design, and it's all encapsulated in rubber. So you could hold this tool several ways, and that's really what I love about it. If you want to put a handle on it, it gives you the provisions on the left and right side. You could unscrew those little plastic caps and put a handle on it. You could hold it here at the front grip conventionally and just go about your business. If you want more control, by having this built in like this, now you could grab it just like this, and you could control your machine even with one hand. And I'm going to show you that as I do the demonstration portion of this video. It is that easy to control. I'm holding this with one hand with zero fatigue to my wrist or my forearms. That's how awesome this tool is. Now, this doesn't have an aggressive throw pattern, but they're recommending it, which I'll show you in the box on how they're promoting this tool. They want you to use a much more aggressive compound polishing agent. So it's going to give you a nice little guide. And the one thing, 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and that's one thing I love about Griots. Like I said, if you don't like it, they'll take it back, no questions asked, even after you use it. So it's going through the steps here. You're going to wash, you're going to want to decontaminate, butter up your pad, polish, wipe, and basic steps here. And it also gives you a guide on the back, and this is definitely great for beginners because it'll kind of give you the products and the pads and how to choose the speed to do it, your pattern over here, and all of that. So they're recommending with this tool their complete compound. That's more of an aggressive compound than the Boss Creams, but the demo we're going to do on my trunk, I'm going to use definitely a much more aggressive polishing compound. I'm not going to use the Boss Creams. I'm going to probably use either a 3M Perfect-It. I haven't really decided yet until I get over to the car. I'm going to do it now. So you got the variable speeds right here, which is very easy to do, whether you're a lefty or a righty. And you got your removable screens, which this is great. My DeWalt tools have this, especially if you're in a body shop or a dusty environment. This will prevent any airborne particles from getting into the motor and causing an issue. It's got a trigger lock. Like I said, the trigger lock's only on one side. Okay, just to let you guys know, it's only on the left side. It's not on the right side. Not sure why they did that, but that's just the way it is. You also have underneath the base of the tool, you have rubber little inserts that are concave, kind of like to rest your fingers, like I'm showing you right there. But it's just everything about this thing just works. It's quiet, it's smooth. This is the easiest, and I'm talking the easiest polisher that I've ever pulled out of the box to control. And that's why I think this thing is going to be a massive success for anybody that wants to pick up a polisher that's never done detailing before, or even a professional detailer that just wants something that's a little bit easier to handle, easier to use. Once you come up with a system between pairing this machine with a particular pad, whether you want to go with, a hard foam pad, you want to go with a Rupes wool pad, you want to go with microfiber cutting pads, whatever you want to do, it gives you that option. Another thing too, it comes with a 6-inch vented backing plate, and optional for about 20 bucks, you could step this down to a 5-inch. The 5-inch, the smaller the pad, you could concentrate the energy in a tighter pattern, and you can kind of get a little bit more defects in certain areas that you can't really get, because if you go with a bigger pad into a tighter area, a lot of the surface area is not going to hit the defective area, and you're not going to be able to put constant pressure in that isolated zone. So that's pretty much really what it's all about. But like I said, just holding this tool in your hands, that's one thing that I'll tell you. If any of you guys have it already or you're on the fence, I have tested a lot of polishers. The stuff from Chemical Guys, the stuff from Max Shine, Rupes, you name it, I've tested them all. This thing impressed me so much that I am taking the time on a weekend to shoot a video. And I don't shoot videos on the weekend because I'm just so excited to get this content out to you guys and put it out there. I posted a quick Instagram clip Friday night. I was playing around with it some more. And like I said, a lot of you guys have been asking me, hey, when's the video going to go up? And I'm trying to get this video up and live as soon as possible. So that's pretty much the basics of the tool. Perfect ergonomic, perfect size. It's smaller, it's lighter, it's smoother, it's quieter. Okay, so just take that into consideration. Smaller, smoother, lighter, and quieter. So it's going to make polishing any car just a breeze. It's going to be much more pleasurable. That's something that I've been wanting, you know, in the detailing world for so many years. Is I keep saying to myself, we have the technology to do all this innovative stuff in other industries. Why we don't have whisper quiet polishing tools? Why don't we have more cordless tools that could go like a 10-hour charge so you could use it in a professional environment? Why don't we have tools that are smaller? Well, here we are. Now we have one that is smaller and lighter. So those are the things that I personally am looking for now, because if you have tools that are very heavy and very large, it becomes very fatiguing to use. And that's something that I really, really love about the new G9 polisher from Griots Garage. Now, like I said, this is not going to be a replacement. This is not designated as a replacement for the professional Boss G15. You know, these are totally two different tools. This is definitely a professional grade heavy duty tool, whereas the G9, I would say, it has a professional build, but I don't know if this tool would be something you would want to put in a shop environment and run this tool for 10, 12-hour days working from car to car. But I don't think anybody that's buying this tool is going to put it in that type of environment, so that's pretty much irrelevant. And I think for the price point, guys, $149, okay? So $149, you get the polisher with the backing plate with a 10-foot detachable cord. I don't know of anybody else in the industry at this price point that's even offering that. And let's get set up right now, and we're going to go over to the car right now. There is absolutely zero, when I mean zero vibration coming from this machine, from the flex of the panel into my arm or my wrist. I just can't believe it. Honestly, I just can't believe how good it is. So another thing I want to tell you too, I'm using an orange Griots Boss foam correction pad. Is the control of this machine. I am barely, literally, just using my fingers just to guide this machine along the panel. I don't have to put pressure down. It's not walking anywhere. Like a lot of the machines, they tend to walk depending on the pad that you're using, the compound, and the paint that you're trying to correct. You know, depending on what kind of car you're working with and everything, all the other variables, the machines, you tend to have to always wrestle them. This is probably, and I know it is, this is the absolute easiest dual action polisher that I've ever used to this date. It is one of the smoothest, the lowest NVH and vibration coming into my arm and wrist out of any tool that I own, besides of course a rotary. Rotary tools are smoother by design, but regarding a dual action, they all get very loud, they get very chunky and clunky in the gear drive mechanism with the counterbalance. You get a lot of vibration through the body of the tool into my hand, and it just drives me nuts. It causes a lot of user fatigue. But I'm just going to move the camera and I'm going to show you a little bit more at a different angle. I tell you right now, the smoothness, the ease of use, the control, the lightweight, the ergonomic, money back guarantee, it's just, this is a no-brainer for anybody that's got 150 bucks or anybody that wants to get into polishing their cars on their own, they're intrigued by videos, they want to learn, they want to start doing stuff on their own, I have to say Griots G9 dual action polisher is the absolute best entry-level polisher anywhere on the market at any price. Believe it or not, this is a professional grade tool by the build quality. There's a lot of patents in the design. Unbelievable tool. Absolutely love it. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for sticking by. Please like, subscribe, and share. Set your notifications for the next autofanatic video. Please stay tuned for more automotive content, and I'll see you guys on the next one.